Hey, did you miss me? Huh? Okay, we back. We are so back. Been around the world a few laps since the last time we spoke. My bad for that, but okay, we back. We are so back. I took a little time for me. Okay, now it's time.
Hi everyone, I am back with a 6-month review. If you're new here to the channel, my name is Deborah. This is Truth and Transparency, and I am on a mission with Mounjaro to remission because I have type 2 diabetes diagnosis. So if you are already a subscriber, thank you for coming back, and I really appreciate any likes, comments, and just the support along the way, because if you're in the Mounjaro community already, if you're a content creator already, you know that how much work goes into the background of putting these things together. The journey itself can be, you know, an isolating one, so it's really important that we have and build community like the one that we have. So it's taken me a hot minute to put all of this together, and I do hope you enjoy and just come in on this journey as I take you through the last 6 months. I've got some notes because I don't want to kind of go off on a tangent, and I want to kind of keep it clear, concise, and not waffle on basically. So apologies when I'm looking down, because I do need to kind of refer back to my notes. This booklet seems to be a bit of a rarity. So this is something that was given to me when I was first prescribed Mounjaro. On my first day of administering, yeah, we went through the booklet, and it's really useful. It goes through what is Mounjaro, how it works, introducing how much you should take, symptoms, how to store the pen, injecting, choosing your site, and a way to track your progress. So I found it really useful because it's something you can refer back to. Now, what I will say about the Mounjaro journey is that everybody is different, because everybody is different. And so it's not going to be to a script, but there are some kind of symptoms that I've even personally experienced on the way that are not in the book. So I just want to draw your attention to this at the back. And basically it's the yellow card, so you can basically report any additional side effects that are not listed on the site. So you can talk to your prescribing health professional or your GP more about this. But yeah, I didn't seem to see this being around. So if you're new to starting the Mounjaro journey, make sure that you ask for the booklet to kind of familiarise yourself with what to expect. So let me take you back. I started on May the 28th. It's such a prominent date to me because it was the date after my birthday, and I was out celebrating on the weekend, and you know, my pictures I thought at the time looked good, and I still looked good, but you can see that I would put on some weight, and there was a lot of inflammation. So on the morning of the 28th, which was a Wednesday, my diabetic nurse, you know, called me in. I had an early 8:30 appointment, and that's where she went through kind of how to administer the jab, asked lots of questions, but also develop that confidence of how to inject myself independently when I got home. So I've referred to her lots of times before, but shout out Carol, because she was really a source of strength and support in throughout my journey. So as everyone does, we start off with the 2.5 milligram pen. After getting home from the appointment, straight away I could feel the symptoms. Now, I've got quite a sensitive body anyway, so if I give the example, some of you may have experienced this, when you have the flu kind of nasal drops, and then you can kind of taste it straight away because it's kind of all connected. It's like as soon as she gave me the first dose, I could feel it and I could taste it. Almost left like a metal residue in my mouth, and I could feel the nausea straight away, similar to like car sickness. So it kicked in. I felt like it kicked in straight away, to the extent, even with the kind of like the hormone blocker to suppress and block out the food noise, sorry, I didn't think about food for the rest of the day. And it was actually only because I was making dinner for my daughters that I realised, oh yeah, I haven't eaten. And it was after that mealtime that I tested using my glucose monitor and saw that the levels had started to come down like immediately. So that was a real positive for me. After the first month, I had the check-in. I had 2 check-ins actually with my diabetic nurse, and she kind of checked in, how's it going, how's the symptoms, and she asked, you know, have you had any weight loss? And I had 1 pound. Yeah, I'd lost 1 pound in 4 weeks. Now, I did get discouraged, I did get a little bit disheartened, and I was quickly humbled by Carol, who reminded me she didn't put me on the medication for weight loss. She put me on the medication to manage the type 2 diabetes. So it kind of put it into, you know, perspective. Okay, what the why is, and remembering my goal, mission to remission. With that in mind, I guess it made me a little bit inconsistent with weighing, inconsistent with the way that I would do my vlogs of like, how's it going, whereas a lot of other YouTubers, obviously, for them, they're getting like, I say big, some losses were quite big each week and others averaged out the normal kind of £2 a week. But I felt like for me it was really important to remind myself of the why and not get caught up with this person's race, this person race. So, you know, that saying, stay in your own lane. Yeah, don't look to the left and the right, just stay and focus on your race, your journey, your marathon, and you will get there. I moved up to the 5 milligram dose, and that pen is when I used that in the month of July. That's when I started to see, okay, weight loss is having an effect now, and it is starting to kind of work for me. I would attribute that to also water, drinking lots of water. I would attribute that to cutting out as much processed food as you can. Like I said, from the 5 milligram pen, I started to see weight loss take its shape, and also my body take shape. So there was lots of non-scale victories. I've documented about my rings becoming looser, you know, my bracelet just rolling off, my face, and I will insert just the difference on my first video to come midway, and then quite recently it had me thinking, oh, am I looking a bit too gaunt? But I'm over that now, so yeah. But I will insert some pictures here, so you can just see how much difference it makes. So what I would say is, never underestimate non-scale victories, thinking that it's not working, because had I relied on just a number on the scale and give up the journey and said, you know what, it's not working for me, based on a weight loss perspective, I would have never known how far it would have taken me. If you just wait on it and know that, and trust that it is working on the inside and things are happening to the internal body, but the external just takes a little bit of time for you to catch up and see. So like I said, I didn't do month to month, I lost this in this month or this week, so you notice that my videos are quite a bit different to others, but what I have done is, and then I'll insert just how slow my weight loss has been in the last 6 months. So take a watch of this. Come on, let's get down, let's get down, let's get down. Come on, let's get down. Come on, let's get down, let's get down, let's get down. Come on, let's get down, let's get down. Yeah. Now we don't need a club. So you will see that my starting point was 74.6 kg. Yeah. And my HbA1, so my blood sugar levels, was 91, which is very, very high, extremely high in the red zone. And 6 months of using Mounjaro, my HbA1 levels are now 38. So they are in the normal range. So I am on my route to remission as the goal set out. And my current weight is now 10 stone 4, which is 65.3 kg and 144 pounds. So I've lost a total of 18 pounds, 1 stone and 4 pounds. And although it might seem like, oh, it's not that much, because some people have lost that much in a month or 2 months, I'm just going to insert where I came from in terms of prior to Mounjaro, when I first was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. And you'll see how big and overweight I was, especially my the visceral fat. Yeah, I'll insert it here. I'm really pleased with the progress that's Mounjaro has had on my body in terms of type 2 diabetes and sugar levels, but also the weight loss, because when I calculate, actually I have lost over 10% of my body weight, which is fantastic. My BMI isn't in the healthy range yet, but I'm very, very close. So I'm 25. I need to be 24 and under for my height, because I'm only 5'3". And I just want to say, like, in terms of measurements, my measurements have really show, like, wow, you know, and there's still pockets of fat, there's still bits that I want to tighten up, but that's the next chapter of the journey. So let's say measurements on my stomach, my waist was 36 inches to date. My stomach is now, with the fupa area, 30 inches. My waist is 29 inches. My chest, I'm still getting double for my trouble. I'm really happy with those measurements. Like I said, there's areas and pockets that I'd like to kind of chip away at, but we know with body composition, it's kind of all round and you can't kind of spot check a specific area. So I just have to keep working. It's the lightest I've ever been as an adult. And so I feel like this is like a second chance, because, you know, the Bible says the body is a temple. So we're to honour it and make sure that we look after it well. And I think that this is an opportunity for me to do that, because before I was just doing whatever I wanted, hence me being in this position. I want to go on to symptoms throughout. Now, as I said at the beginning, it was very clear: nausea, the tasting in my mouth, and the suppression and the elimination of the food noise. That has changed, I would even say, week to week, or pen to pen. It hasn't been the same throughout. So I will just do a list of all the symptoms that I've experienced. So nausea, sulfur burps, the acid reflux, cold, dreaded D, so the bathroom became my best friend. Yeah, never had an issue with constipation. I had some itching on the site. I had a little lump before as well, but it went down. I had most recently actually the ear popping. So that is not documented in my book, but it's something that I think those who have experienced that should definitely report it as a new potential symptom. It can feel like you're talking and you kind of hear the echo, which is a bit annoying. Although they're a bit annoying, they have been manageable. Maybe there might be more to come, or maybe that's it. So we'll see. I'm gonna insert some before and afters, and this is me here on my birthdays, you know, from I went out for the birthday celebrations. And you can just see how, you know, overweight I was, and inflamed, quite a lot of that puffiness in my face. Although I didn't realise at the time there's such a thing as weight blindness, because I thought I looked really good. And I still think I looked good, but obviously I was overweight. I didn't realise how much overweight I was. And this is me in the same outfit to date. So just, you know, £18, 1 stone and 4 pounds, and you can see the difference. I've loved the non-scale victories because I bought a pair of jeans and I'm actually wearing them now. So I'll show you how loose they are on me now. They're a size 10. And I remember buying them as an incentive and a goal to work towards getting into them. And now they're really loose. So it just blows your mind a little bit, you know, how this medication works for so many people in such a positive way. What's my plan for the future? I am 4 pounds away from my target ideal weight goal. I think, because I've seen that some people change it, and I'm thinking, well, I just want to get in the healthy range, so I get that BMI down. And if I didn't lose any more, I'd be quite happy with how I am, because like I said, it's the lightest I've ever been as an adult. Main thing for me is maintaining that HbA1c level in the healthy range, so that I'm completely in the remission. My preference is to have a little bit of shape and just tone up. I mean, if you haven't seen already, go watch my shorts.
Live this here lifestyle.
I had a really fun time putting those together and just documenting for the last 30 days how I've been moving more, raising money for Stand Up to Cancer. When you lose weight, you are going to have some looser areas. It is dependent on how the elasticity of your skin, genetic makeup, and how well you have journeyed throughout. One thing that I would say, which I regret doing, is wait until I've lost weight to then start being fit. I would encourage anyone who is at the starting point of their Mounjaro journey or nearer the beginning end, don't wait until you've lost X amount of weight before you start doing the body recomposition. Am I saying it right? Body composition. Body composition. I would say start from the beginning, just moving more, walking more, you know, simple things, because it will serve you best at the end than you waiting to the end to start it, if that makes sense. But if you haven't started and you're not at the beginning, still, this is a good time to start moving. Lots of people this time of year, they'll be saying, you know, yeah, in the new year, my New Year's resolution is this. Why wait till the new year? Start now. The journey has been good. I think what's been positive is having the Mounjaro YouTube community. My friends do know that I'm on a medication, but the conversations don't always come up. Like, they might ask, oh, how much have you lost now? But it's not they don't really get it all the time, so, and I don't expect them to. So having this community is good to kind of check in and see how everyone else is doing. So yeah, that's my 6 months, guys. I have enjoyed it. It's not linear, but it's all part of the story, isn't it? Just encourage, again, own pace, own race. So don't worry about looking here, there. Just focus on what you've got to do for you, because everybody is different, because every body is different. I'd like to say thank you for tuning in. I wish you all the best on the rest of your journey. So that's me for today. Thank you, and I hope that you have a wonderful start to the new month, December, which is tomorrow. But yeah, thank you guys. Take care.